Hey, what's up, Wanderers? Me, it's your boy, Fall Nick Fan here, and welcome back to the episode of the Gaming Group. And today, I need to tell you something that's really sad. A man by the name of George Floyd has been killed and was put under arrest in Minnesota. We all heard about the death of George Floyd, who was an African-American hero, or an African-American man, if I want to say something like that. George Floyd appeared to become a protester who was just basically trying to get people to agree with him against the blacks, against the whites. But as soon as that officer tackled him on the ground, basically one of the officers had basically charged at him, and I think he hold him down a little bit, and basically he died of asphyxiation, where he can't breathe. And the three officers have charges against them. People are gonna think that this is what's actually what we call this a racist term. Many people have reported that the Confederate statue is being removed, and people are trying to spray paint on the monument, which is forgiveness to a mural of George Floyd. The mural basically means about George Floyd and how people react to him against the African American society. It's I'm so sad that most people are basically trying to become protective of each other. All the information I just want to see Wonders is try to be sure that this doesn't happen to you guys. Is George Floyd is just basically trying to get people to agree with him, and some other way like this is making people unforgivable. And George Floyd had a passion where he was trying to get people to underestimate him into his whole perpetual ideas. And what he did was that he created this term called Black Lives Matter, which is a street name located in Washington, D.C. President Trump wanted to know that the name will be changed to Black Lives Matter. And that term means George Floyd, a love a hero against us. People have been getting some weird info that he is the one who tried to be patient over this whole bullshit. But as y'all know, George Floyd had something to do with us. I forget George Floyd. The three officers who attacked him down are charged with either the first or second degree murder. But as always wonders, George Floyd did all the things he wanted to do, and it was wrong for the officers to try to tag him down. All the people were basically murdered throughout the 1960s. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot at his hotel. They built a monument of him, a statue of him to commemorate him against the African American society of all blacks and African Americans who have the right. People think that this is really funny. I'll show you Wonders what I'm talking about. Alright, Wonders, so here's what I was talking about. So you look at this right here. You can see this is a drinking fountain. It was taken in the early 1960s. Alright, if you look closely, you can see there's two names that says white, which is the white fountain, and the colored. So, this is a picture of an example of a black person drinking from a toilet fountain and a white fountain. And here's something I can show you. Here's another one that's taken. So this man right here is drinking from a white person's fountain. If he drinks from their fountain, then I think either the police are gonna kick him, and then they're gonna torture him, because that's why they're not allowed to drink from a water fountain. Here's another example. So they built this Martin Luther King Jr. memorial statue in Washington, D.C. to commemorate him. Many people come here every day to pay their respects to Martin Luther King Jr. Tell him about his speech that he says, "I have a dream." And here's how let's talk about the Confederate statue. But why about why we're gonna remove it. People wanted to remove this from George Floyd, which is trying to get rid of the Ulysses S. Grant and the Robert E. Lee statue. Let me show you something else. and they basically, and this is the reason why. This is right here. They were racist, meaning that the white people were basically racist. And this happened on 5:30. This cops ran us over. This happened in Saturday. So that's the real reason why they want to get rid of the statue, because this happened. Many people have been spray painting over to commemorate George Floyd. And here's the George Floyd mural I want to show you guys. Here's the mural. People have spray paint us and put flowers over them of commemorate of George Floyd, a man of honor. They were spray painting this, and many officers have replaced them in Houston, Texas. I'm pretty sure I want to do this spray paint on a building of George Floyd. So that's the commemorative piece of everything. That George Floyd wanted to change the world into a better place. So thank you for all you time wonders for listening to this sad story. I think I'll be trying to do something more. But please pay your respects to George Floyd if you wish, and try to pay your respects to his mural. As always, wonders, Black Lives Matter, fight for justice.
Like a Hellcat.